Aloha everyone and welcome to Skincare with Hyram. If you don't know who I am, my name's Hyram and I'm passionate about teaching you how to perfect your skincare routine. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. Today's video is going to be a continuation of my How to Skincare series, which honestly it has been a long time since I've done any video for this series, and sorry it took so long, but I honestly just forgot. My memory is terrible, we know this. I'm going to be talking about how to take care of your skin when you are stressed. And honestly, this could not have come at a better time for me because over the last month, I definitely have been very very stressed. And as much as I don't like to address it or admit it, my skin is like, bitch, we're gonna show you how stressed you are by giving you a full mountain range of pimples on your face. That's just how my body works. And actually, most people respond in the same way. We tend to underestimate how much of an impact stress can have on our bodies. We think it's all mental, but that is far from the truth. There are physical manifestations of how stressed you are. And there are so many moments where people will ask me questions about why their skin isn't improving. And I ask if they have any major life stressors, and they reveal a whole treasure chest of stressors that they have. And I'm like, that might be why. And I understand, you're stressed. There are bigger things happening in the world. But our skin can be a big key to unlocking more self-confidence and giving us some time to really focus and take care of ourselves. And this can apply to anyone, whether you're a student, a parent, or you're just a normal human being going through a global pandemic, because that's definitely been enough for me to stress out. And before you click off, because I know some of you are thinking, this isn't really worth my time, I have more important things to worry about. Don't you dare. You're the person who needs this most. I'm going to be sharing a bunch of tips and tricks, non-skincare and skincare, to help you improve your skin when you're stressed. And I also want to say today's video is sponsored by Holika Holika, so stay tuned in the video to see what that is all about. So let's get into it. Tip number 1, the most important thing for your skin, for your mental health, and for your life. Sleep, sleep, sleep. I know you're rolling your eyes thinking I've heard this a million times, but let me tell you a story. Here's a story of a stressed out baby. When I was in high school, I went to a really difficult school. I participated in sports, I had a side job, and I had my own online business where I designed websites for businesses. And due to the extreme workload that I had, I usually wouldn't get to bed until about 1 a.m. And every morning for school, I would have to wake up at about 4:30 a.m. So every night I'd get about 3.5 to 4 hours of sleep. I know, super unhealthy. And honestly, if you told me to do that today, sorry, I get goosebumps just thinking about it. And this continued all throughout high school and into college. When I was in college, I was of course going to classes, but also working on about 3 side businesses and working 2 different jobs. What can I say? I overfill my plate. And during college, I got about 4 hours of sleep a night, to the point that I would purposely hide under the computer lab tables overnight and sleep there so I could keep working throughout the night. Again, super healthy. And honestly, I never thought it was a big deal because I was like, I have enough energy. It's fine. My body can handle it. It's not that big of a deal. Until I had friends coming up to me saying, Hyram, you should probably start taking care of your skin because you have wrinkles all over your face. You have dark circles. You look old. And in that moment, I got the first real glimpse of myself and realized that yes, I did have deep set lines on my forehead and around my eyes. I had dark circles. I looked terrible. And in that moment, because I'm dumb and I didn't care about my mental health, but I did care about how I looked, I started getting more sleep. And boy, the difference, it made such a huge difference to my skin. And afterwards, I started using skincare, which helped to get rid of those wrinkles. But overall, my appearance just transformed. It was incredible. And not only that, I had a lot more mental clarity, so I could get a lot more done throughout the day. I felt better. I was happier. There were so many things that just improved once I started getting enough sleep. And my whole life, I was always like, I hate sleep. It's a distraction from how many things I could be doing during the day. With the amount of time I sleep, I could be learning a language in like a year. I just hated how unproductive it was. But now it is 180. And I always make sure to get at least 7 hours of sleep a day. And from a scientific standpoint, sleep arguably has the biggest impact on our skin. And not only that, how happy you are, your quality of life, and if you're going to die soon. Like I know someone who died relatively young because they only got like 2 hours of sleep a night. Sleep is really important, and you can be using all the skincare in the world, the best of the best, but if you aren't getting enough sleep, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you aren't going to see results. That's just the reality. Trick number 2, make sure you use soothing and simple skincare products. When you're stressed, your skin typically goes through a bunch of different issues. Sometimes it'll break out, it'll be inflamed, red, sensitive. Using treatment products like exfoliants and retinols aren't going to make a difference, and you feel stuck. You don't know what to do. The best thing to do is to use simple, non-irritating skincare products. And I talk about so many different kinds all the time on my channel, but I want to focus on some specific ones from Holika Holika, which is today's sponsor. Woo woo! Got a sponsorship. I think it's Holika Holika. Okay, ignore that last one. I don't know what that was. So they're on my shelf. I've been using Holika Holika for, God, has it been like 4 months? A long time, and I've grown to be a fan of their products. Now, Holika Holika is a Korean skincare brand that offers a bunch of different types of products, but I specifically like 2 lines from their brand. They're less on skin products and they're less on skin Cica products. Both of these lines are completely fragrance free and great for sensitive skin. So first, their less on skin line, I think it really works when you have stressed skin because the ingredient lists are very simple and very short. And when it comes to sensitive skin, you want to reduce how many ingredients you're introducing to your skin every day because that will lessen the risk of you having a specific sensitivity sensitivity to a certain ingredient. This specific product is the Micellar Cleansing Gel. I really liked this one because the ingredients are very gentle surfactant agents, which are cleansing agents that's going to make sure to clean out your skin, but not overly strip it or sensitize it like some cleansers can do. It has good, effective ingredients, but no fancy or treatment ingredients that could push your skin over the edge. And when it comes to something like cleansing, which can be the most irritating and damaging part of the skincare routine, it's important that you make sure you're just keeping it simple. I also use two other products from the Less on Skin line. They're Less on Skin Toner and they're Less on Skin Emulsion. If you want to know the difference between the two, the toner is essentially just an extra step you can add into your skincare routine to make sure you're getting enough hydration, but I personally like an emulsion more because I'm typically not a super big toner person. And the emulsion was a great way of getting hydration into the skin without it feeling heavy or greasy, which honestly during the day and during the summer right now where it's super hot and humid was exactly what I needed. Because my skin is already producing enough oil and sebum, I only need a simple ingredient list and a very lightweight texture to do the job. And that's why I really liked this one, because typically when you find products that are for really sensitive skin, they're super thick, heavy, crazy hydrating formulas. And I'm like, I don't need that. I just need something lightweight for my oily skin. But if you are someone who wants more hydration, you can pair this alongside your moisturizer. And one that I've been using the longest from that line is their Less on Skin Micellar Water. It doesn't look like this. I just put it in a bottle with a pump dispenser so that it can distribute on a cotton round. The second ingredient on this is glycerin, which is great because it's going to make sure to hydrate your skin. I liked this one because when your skin is also stressed, you don't want to over cleanse it. And sometimes, like when I would wake up in the morning and I felt that I didn't need to fully cleanse my skin, I would just use this micellar water, then rinse afterwards. And this alongside the cleanser were my two favorites. Now the Less on Skin line I used for when my skin was crazy sensitive, but once I was able to work it up a little bit in strength, I graduated to the Less on Skin Cica line. Now if you don't know what Cica is, it stands for Centella Asiatica, one of my favorite ingredients of all time. It's really popular in Korea and I wish it was more popular in Western skincare brands, but alas, not yet. Now these products are similar to the other ones, but they do include soothing plant extracts that are going to be really good for reducing sensitivity, like Centella Asiatica. I really enjoyed both the serum and the balm because this was a good hydrating moisturizer that I could use to lock in everything at night so that I'm not losing water as I sleep. Remember what that term's called? Yes, transepidermal water loss. It has ingredients like glycerin, sunflower seed oil, panthenol, betaine, Centella Asiatica, and bear with me, Echium plantagineum seed oil, which is a hydrating oil with a lot of fatty acids that's really going to help to restore the moisture barrier. This one works great alongside other serums if you are wanting to add it, as it is a thicker consistency, but once spread across your face is actually really thin and works alongside other products well. And then I loved the serum because this one was crazy lightweight and the first ingredient is Centella Asiatica, so obviously I have to love it. It's also formulated with meadow foam oil, panthenol, jojoba seed oil, and I specifically like this one because it was extremely lightweight, so it would work well with other products whether I was using it day or night. And I also really loved the Cica Cleansing Foam for when my skin was feeling a little extra dry or when I wanted to make sure that I wasn't overly stripping it, because this one is similar to the other one, but it has a lot more plant extracts to help soothe and hydrate the skin. So if you are someone who has normal to dry skin, I'd recommend this one, and if you have oily skin, I'd recommend the other. Now the great thing about some of these products is that they are from Korea, but some of them are now available on Amazon, so if you do want to shop any of them, all the links are in the description box below. But I really enjoyed using these over the course of the past, it's like 3 or 4 months. It was a long time. Every time I was going through stress or sensitivity, as they just helped to make sure that my skin wouldn't react negatively. So that's a great option in case you don't have access to some of the Korean websites that ship to the USA. Thank you so much Holika Holika for sponsoring this video, and thank you guys as always for being really cool about my sponsorships, trusting me but also holding me accountable for products, because like I always say, ingredients don't lie, and I'm able to have that standard to hold myself to when it comes to sponsorships. So thank you. Tip number 3 is to make sure that you carve out at least 5 minutes for your skincare routine every day. And if you're like me, at least when I didn't prioritize skincare, I was like, I'm too busy, I don't need it. But bad news, if you clicked on this video, you need it. I don't know what else to tell you. One of the reasons I love having a skincare routine so much is because it is a little bit like meditation. I have a short amount of time where I can just be completely peaceful, focus on applying my skincare, having that nice sensorial experience, whether it be 30 minutes or 5 minutes. And as much as we don't like to admit it, meditation is really good for humans in a lot of different forms. And I think a skincare routine can be one strategy that's almost meditative in the process. So obviously if you're applying your skincare like, I gotta go, that's not meditation. But if you're just taking 5 minutes to slowly apply it to your face, apply it in circular motions, breathe in deeply, breathe out deeply. Just doing that with the breathing in and breathing out can reduce your stress so much and is a great way to start your day. I'm a firm believer, although it took me a long time to believe it, that how you start your day is going to be critical in how the rest of your day plays out. And if you start with some relaxation, that's going to set the tone for the rest of your day. Because being that you are stressed, you definitely need some relaxation, girl. Get on it. Step number 4, if you are finding it difficult to have a skincare routine when you're stressed, combine steps to make it easier. cleanser. I talked about some of these strategies in my How to Skincare When You're Lazy video, which by the way, I highly recommend you check that out. There's some tricks there that when I found them out rescued my skincare routine. But if you find it difficult to get the motivation to wash your face, just put your cleanser in the shower. You're already soaking wet. It'll literally only take 30 seconds and you don't have to go through the process of splashing water on your face, getting it on the counter, getting it on your clothes, having to dry your face with a towel. All that stuff, you could just do it in the shower, so long as you just have lukewarm water. It's a great way of getting that first step done in your skincare routine so that you're more likely to follow up with the rest of the products that you use. Because maybe you guys are different, but I am so lazy when it comes to cleansing. I love every other part of the skincare routine, but cleansing is like what I dislike the most because it tends to be the most messy, the least fun. I don't know, that's just me. Another thing you can do is put your nighttime skincare right next to your bed. I used to struggle big time with prioritizing a nighttime skincare routine until I started putting the products right next to my bed so that I could wash my face in the bathroom and then just plop down on the bed, reach over, do everything on my face while I'm just laying there. And it doesn't feel like any extra work, because the worst feeling is when you get all cozy in bed and you realize, I forgot to do my skincare routine. And if you're like me, that's not going to happen. It's too far gone at that point. And then the last tip, tip number 5, for when you're taking care of your skin when you're stressed, try not to touch your face. I realize I am 1000% a hypocrite when I say this because I touch my face like crazy, but I'm trying to do better, okay? This is specifically important for when you are stressed, because what tends to happen is that aging increases specifically because you'll be tugging at your face, rubbing your face aggressively, have furrowed brows, a stressed forehead, and all of these things will contribute to rapid aging if you're not careful. And I can personally say in moments when I'm stressed, I tend to rub my eyes a lot and rub my face, and that is not good because not only is it a likelihood that it'll inflame your skin and sensitize it, it'll also increase aging, and you're introducing bacteria from your hands onto your face, which is going to increase the risk for breakouts and pimples. So not only does it have a short-term impact, it definitely has a long-term impact. So as much as you can, try not to touch your face. Find a stress ball that you can use. Get something that you can use your hands to play with. It's going to be a way of making sure your skin is taken care of. And that is pretty much all the recommendations I have. You might be surprised because a lot of those weren't skincare things, but that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, because when it comes to our bodies experiencing stress, aging in the skin, a lot of it has to do with our behaviors, our sleep patterns, and what we face every day rather than what we put on our skin. But I think a good balance of both is the best way to ensure that even if you are stressed, worried, concerned about what's happening in the world, that it won't show on your face. And I hope these tips can be particularly helpful at this time when so many things are happening around the world and we're all very uncertain. And whether you are a student working from home, a single mother or father trying to take care of kids, having to deal with kids while school is out, overwhelmed with business tasks, there are so many different ways that you can implement these tips to just help yourself a little bit. We're not expecting much, but it is something. What do you guys think of these tips and tricks? Let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. If you have any more suggestions that I didn't even think of, please let us know, because I for sure will be looking through the comments. Thank you so much again to Holika Holika for sponsoring this video. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and to the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah.